I can tell you right now why they don't want me working in charity and building up my charitable mission. It's not just so they can snake my life away and steal my life from me, which they want to do, but it's so that people don't learn holistics, people don't learn ayurvedic medicine, because that's using what God put light on the earth for, so that we can have the healing properties of what God placed here to grow by seed and to start with seeds. And then they don't want me working in my charitable mission because I think that they're afraid that less and less people will start to go to human services because they wouldn't need for it. They wouldn't need it. And then on top of that, there'd be a lot of other places that would be being threatened, I guess, by a mission that would get people off drugs and get people to live better lives. And they don't want that. They don't want people to live better lives. The only thing that they want is control, so that you end up signing a document where you otherwise wouldn't have to. You see? So if you didn't have to sign those documents and go live in their institutions or their homeless cages, people wouldn't be homeless. And if people had the power back of their own assertion to realize these things, which I would create many free avenues and other avenues to be able to make it so to where they wouldn't have to rely on the government. And that would mean that they would have to minimize their staff. So they don't want people working in charitable missions in that fashion because it threatens the status quo of the system to say pummel the people. They even pay people to do child abductions and shit and decimate and create the poverty to where you are reaching out for their help. You see? But you wouldn't need their help, is what I'm saying. Because not only would it create the avenues of change within their own lives to make buco money, like hand over fist, you're not going to have like a McDonald's job for your whole life to be able to make what you can make in a month. And they can't have that. They simply can't have that, and they don't want people to wake up and realize those things, so they need to decimate people like me. You see? To get them to sign that paperwork and go in and ask for that document, the documentation to ask for help and ask for these human resources aid. But you wouldn't otherwise need it, is what I'm saying. You'd be able to do things that are like doing so many healing things, and you wouldn't even understand like how it works or why it works or that it even is working, because you'd just be healthy. You would just be happy. You would just be motivated on your own grind. You see? So they can't have it. Just like it's like Jesse Lee setting up my place, coming in my place, gaslighting me, setting up my lawnmower to his lawn. They flipped my lawnmowers because we ended up getting the same. I ended up buying the same lawnmower as him just because I needed a lawnmower, and it was like cheap. Can't remember what I spent for it, $70 or something like that, or whatever it was. It was cheap, $100. I don't know what it was. It wasn't very much, but the fact of the matter is that mine worked and his didn't. Now I have his, and the carburetor's full. I took things apart the best of my ability and knowledge. I don't know how to get it running right, and it's about decimation of my time, energy, and resources that he knows I'm already out of, and then promising me like, oh, if anything's to happen in the future, I got some scratch, buddy. You don't have to worry about it. But then right when I'm asking for it, I'm annoying and blah 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 because of the things that I'm actually confronting him on. Like, dude, you don't get to fucking sit there and outrule a person's reality like that. Well, then that's exactly the reason why the police can't police right. That's exactly why the doctors can't doctor right, because if they're able to doctor right and get me the help that I need, then I would be able to get to the places that I need to get to make that money, to pay the lawyers for, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a bunch of cases. And then they would be making money and I would be making money, and they wouldn't like it. They wouldn't like it at all, because I would be taking people away from having to sign the paperwork and having to go in for the human services. You see? So I don't know. If you can't see that, and you can't see that a charitable mission could even be able to do more than what not all of these other, but a lot of other charities are doing, moving money into offshore accounts and considering that their donation, just because it goes out of seas and into an offshore bank account does not mean that it's charitable, and especially when you're talking about the tunes of money that they're withholding and saving for themselves. It's theft, is exactly what it is. It's theft, and furthermore, what they're doing and working on is theft of your own natural ability to think that you are worth more than what you are given out here in any avenue that you can take that's mainstream. Anyway, that's just my go-to about it. I think that they're legitimately trying to snake away my reality because they're afraid of me. I think they're afraid of me, and they should be afraid of me, because that mission that I've been working up would change things, and it would change things dramatically so that people don't have to rely on the resources, and they'd have to minimize not only the avenues of government and minimize the avenues that they're creating with government, but they'd also have to minimize the avenues of allopathic care, and people would be more in tune to the spirit of the Lord, and they can't have that. That's why they're trying to do things out here to disconnect people from their availability to speak the words to the Lord. If they can create that and sever that connection to spirit, that's all that they need. That's all that they need. That's all that they want to work on. So anyway, if you like my message, please share, subscribe, like, and comment. What are your thoughts there? Thanks for being here.